And we are live here today with the Formula Micro Series at Sebring. We were here 1 year ago. We didn't quite stream that one. So this is so far the biggest attendance we've seen at Sebring with the Formula Micro class. Let me get the stream up on the announcement so we could get this one off going. A pretty interesting looking field set up today. We got drivers with the names BRA Club, Sky Kai from Formula Oof. So is Drifting Casey, though he's trying to make a bit of a career here in SLC since the last race weekend. Gearum FX2 making a return. Once again, Proto going to take over the black and red 10 machine and Shuffle 15, making up the field. Watch the lights, here we go. So we are going to go green in just a second. Green flag. You guys are all clear to go full speed. We're going to be watching the field. They make their way out onto the racetrack. Down the back straightaway into the final corner to start the first lap. Mr. Monaco. Yesterday's All-American Stock Car Championship race. A complete clinic as we are going to set it to 5 minutes right now. And these cars these cars cannot be any more different, being the Formula Micro Series. However, a lot of experience on Sebring. Mr. Monaco probably actually in the field, one of the more experienced drivers. And I think this, as well as Shuffle, Gearum FX2 with a near win in the Rossmond race we saw last year. That was a photo finish, an absolute banger. He might have actually won that one, but he had a fantastic looking photo finish. Meanwhile, for Packley, once again, Proto going to make their way by. Let's see what the first sectors look like. Gearum FX2, a purple sector 1, 30.695. Now, my best advice for you folks, if you can't get it in the first lap, try to get a lap in. It's going to be very important today. Change all lap 0. Because with how short qualifying is, it might be more important just to get a lap in than it is to get the fastest time. Because there's going to be there might be a potential for one of these really fast drivers to slip out. And you might be able to start ahead of them if you just get a decent lap in. Anyways, Gearum with a purple sector 2, excuse me. 38.979. I have a bit of a stuffy nose for some reason. I think I just woke up. Allergies. What is? Something to note here is that the Formula Micros are the fastest cars we've seen so far this weekend. As the first lap coming in, a 1:46.040, set by Gearum FX2. That green Sector 3, not bad at all. 36.373 for Sector 3 for Gearum FX2. Everyone else yet to cross with a valid lap time here. Just shows how important it is. Once your Proto going to make the pass here on Mr. Monaco to make the way down into the Hotel Hairpin. And I think Proto just about invalidated his lap. Mr. Monaco currently on a valid lap time. So is Shuffle. Gearum FX2 with a green Sector 1. Again, the track limits in SLC is the grass. If it's gray, it's okay unless there's cones. But grass is a big no-no. So if you're wondering what the track limits are, try to use that as a reference point. Even if you have 2 wheels out, it might be too many. Purple Sector 2 for Mr. Monaco, 38.864. As they go wide into a bit of the dirt, let's see if that invalidates the lap or not. It really is looking to be only enough range for one more lap, and a couple of these people just not taking advantage of that. Again, as I said, it's just very important just to get a lap in. If you screw this up, you might just want to focus on it. 1 lap to go. White flag going to come out for those that cross the start-finish line. No valid lap times. Again, folks, if you want to get a good lap, good qualifying spot. At this point, you just need to get a lap in. Focus on not getting cuts. Stay off the grass. Focus on staying up to the curves, and you should be good. The only person currently on the final lap with a valid lap time going to be Guillermo if it's 2. Any of these guys that straggle behind are going to have to get a randomized position. A little bit of a flick of the rear wheels there for Guillermo if it's 2. Mr. Monaco and the Yari Club just behind. So far, everyone on Sector 1 is valid. Again, they're going to have to just work with what they have because there's only one lap left and they don't want to start all the way in the back. And there is Sky Kai with a valid lap time, 1:58.548. If nobody else here manages to get a valid lap, that'll allow him to start in second place spot. Just comes to show that, as I said, he's going to lap in. It's going to be important here. Now make our way into the back straightaway. Guillermo FX2 is going to back off. He's going to go slow. He must have invalidated his lap, and he has no reason to push any further. Once you guys cross, if you guys could go back to the same pit lane from earlier, the checker flag going to come out for your current pack lead and everyone else behind. The RA Club crossing the checkers. It's going to be second place on the board, 146.496. Drifting Casey, the last car yet to have set a lap. As there's also Sky Kai. Just trying to run through, it seems. So let's see what Drifting Casey gets done. They make their way around the final corner. A little bit high up there to the wall. Now down the front straight to go. And it is good enough for 5th place. Alright. If we could head to the pit lane, the one where you guys lined up for qualifying, there is a way to cut through. There is a way to cut through the pits, so do take advantage of that. You see where those people are cutting? Just go through there. Right. Proto, there's no need to go all the way back. Alright, Sky Kai, if you can move to the pit lane where you were, if you go to the end of the pits, there is a intersection, an opening that you can take. So, this is 12 laps here at Sebring. Again, we gotta be finished by 1 o'clock. I believe we should be done before then. Just move over to here. Alright, so let's get into our order here. So give each other, I recommend you guys give each other at least a car length of space, for the sake of lag. Look at you, Mr. Monaco, because there will be some when we get out. We are going to get straight to the feature today. We're going to skip any anthem. That'll be for the Super Indies. So Mr. Monaco, if you could back it up a little bit. Once you guys are configured, actually, just back it up to here. Okay. See, my problem with you guys being up to each other is that when we go green, it's going to be a little bit laggy, but, you know, we'll try it. Everyone can please hop out of their car. We'll be doing an AFK check. This is just so we make sure that everyone is in their cars only once they are completely ready. And we're going to start clearing out the extra cars. It is currently 12:16, and I believe at this point, if you've missed out on qualifying, it's pretty much your fault. You have next week to go to Daytona, so that's okay. Besides, anyone that will join this slate is gone without practice, so they probably won't be doing too good. So, just clearing out all the extra cars. Again, this is going to be a 12-lap race, 2 laps longer than last year's running, just because of how fast the lap times are here, and should make things a little bit more competitive. Lap times here nearly and nearly almost twice as fast
Robo,
as
what is the corner limit? Is everyone is
20.
asking.
20. All right. Change all laps to -1. Again, if you're ready, head into your car. If you're not, please get out. Only get into your car if you know 100% certainty that you aren't going to be getting out of your car and then holding yourself for, a minute. Yeah. All right. Still waiting here on Hiroshi Sunburst for Drifting Casey and Shuffle here. Shuffle gets in his car, so we're just waiting on Drifting Casey. I wanted to say also again, the first race I think Guillermo has partaken in this season. So glad to see him back. Alright, everyone is in their cars. We're going to do a countdown here of 5. Go once it's done. Go in the car out if he goes. Yellow flag's out. Go in the car out if he goes. Don't rush it. Try to give each other some space here. Guillermo, you could go a little bit faster. Just go at like a, I don't know, go like 50% pace, basically. Nah, there's no set speed. We don't want you guys to be going in a gear on redline, because if you pace in redline, you're gonna have a horrible start. So, gear and pick up the pace a bit. I'm just saying, like, go at like track day pace, basically. You're trying, and like you don't own the car, so you don't want to wreck it. All right. All right, let's get to the back, to the front here in the field today. In the back, in 6th place, taking over Jake's 27 car. For some reason, it is Sky Kai. Drifting Casey is going to take over his brother's number 67 Monster Energy machine. He's going to be starting us off in 5th place. Ahead of that, 1TM Proto in the 10 car as our 4th place starter. Now up to the podium, they are close together. That is Shuffle 15 in the GMG 15 car, the points leader. Ahead of that, Mr. Monaco, who since yesterday has been confident about winning this race. We'll see that stance here, starting in the 7 car. The post leader today, making a return, is Guillermo FX2 in the 12R. Alright, let's, alright, we're fine.
Could you reset off corner quits? I might have quit a corner.
Yep. Cuts are clear, but at this point, if you get any more, at this point, it's on you. Just stay off the grass. Let's make our way around the final turn, watch the lights. Green flag. Don't pass the car out of you until you cross the start-finish line, but we are aptly spread. Should be good. Clean start from every party, but Shuffle's closing in here to Mr. Monaco. They make it side by side for a brief bit into turn 1. Out of turn number 1, Mr. Monaco going to close in on your race leader, Guillaume FX2. Again, the Thoughts Body race winner now looking to make it side by side for the lead. Under the Corvette bridge, they go down to the Hotel Hairpin. Both the cars inside of each other, but it looks like Guillaume is going to have the slight edge into the braking point. Meanwhile, you can see One Team Proto looking at the rear end of Shuffle. So we got a battle here for third, a battle here for the lead. Is currently cooking up again. If you guys get 20 corner cuts, that'll be a 5-second time penalty. If you get 40 cuts, that will be another 5-second time penalty, adding together to make you finish 10 seconds back. There's no way to undo that once you've gotten to that point. That is on you. If you somehow get 60, God bless you, but you'll be done. So yeah. Anyway, side by side for the lead. Here is Guillaume, the R8 Club, side by side. But the R8 Club going to get a side edge, but he's going to go wide into the back straightaway. Guillaume's going to get his spot back. Shuffle looking to close in a little bit here on the second place spot. That was a bit of a mistake, but not bad particularly at all. To still stay in the fight here to close into the final turn. It looks like Shuffle's done some really good shifting there, closing in on the 7 little by little. But how about Guillaume taking a wide corner? And your top 4 all separated by only a mere roughly 2 seconds. Ignore that third, or ignore Shuffle there. He was in third, just that the timer was a little bit glitchy. Anyways, lap 2 out of 12. Might also be some other rules we'll explain as we get along. There's some new faces. Looks like One Team Proto and Shuffle currently in a battle, locked here for the third place spot. I want to remind you guys that this series, while this is a 12-lap post race, we do expect that if there is any late race cautions, an example, a car flips or disconnects, that would lead to what we call an overtime period. It's very similar to the same rules NASCAR uses. If there is a caution again on the first lap of the 2-lap overtime, then we'll keep it going for another. We'll try it again. Then if we get one on the final lap, well, we just run the race as it is. We do race back cautions, so just be aware of that. The R8 Club closing in once again on Guillaume FX2. This is the second lap. They are about the same distance, closing in from where they were last time around. They take it tighter. They make the move. New race leader here is the R8 Club in the 7 Lobotomy Racing Machine. Making their way down the back straightaway into the final corner. Guillaume FX2, the 12R. Still has ran a very solid race. If you look at the lap times, they are still the fastest car. And for some reason, the R8 Club's going to take a tight line, but they do manage to keep their lead. I haven't seen that strategy yet. Guillaume FX2 carrying more speed. Of course, they've carried a wider exit, but the R8 Club is, for the moment, going to stay ahead. But Guillaume FX2 right there on their tail. Going to make the move, crossing over into the Hotel Hairpin we go. First sector is going to come up in just a bit. Guillaume FX2, your new leader, but Mr. Monaco right behind them. Guillaume's going to run it wide. The R8 Club going to make the pass again for the lead. And now into the braking point. The R8 Club going to run a little bit of a loose line there, but so does Guillaume FX2. It's a very tight-knit battle here for the lead. Both drivers driving fantastically. Of course, these are some of the most high-caliber drivers in the series that are still active. Of course, everyone here, in the top 4 especially, is top-tier drivers. Now we make our way down the back straightaway. The R8 Club down to lead another time here. I want to remind you guys again that the corner cut limit for today is 20. You get to that point, you will get a 5-second time penalty. Post-race, that would be very detrimental if there was a 2-lap shootout, such as the case in an overtime period. So do be aware of that. Hirochi, you're currently halfway there. Will not affect your current standings, but just so you know. It does seem like the RA Club is starting to lock in a bit, but again, as I must say, the track limits on this track are pretty strict. You just got to stay off the grass, and it should be, for the most part, pretty good. They're smaller cars, so the margin of error is a little bit tighter. And Gearin closing down the gap for the lead once again, only about 2 car lengths as it close into the third sector. Now about a car length and a half. Can Gearin potentially gain some momentum into the last sector, sector 3 we go. None of them bound to cut the turn that we allow them to. Seems like they're just running the track as it was designed. Gearin's going to run a little bit wide. Not a very good line to take. The RA Club is going to stay ahead. Of course, the other hypothetical possibility is that these two... there's that everyone gets a penalty, and then it doesn't really affect the standings in the first place. Again, the tight exit for the RA Club, Gearin with the wide exit, 2 different driving styles here. Both of them seem to work at a very comparable level. Gearin seemingly driving as the books dictate you to, as the RA Club trying something else, a little unorthodox I would say, but it seems to work. And we do have a great saying, a very wise saying. If it looks stupid and it works, it's not stupid. Frankly, being at the lead with that, again, unorthodox exit, seemingly actually almost gaining off of it. You know, there's just something to it. Anyways, now to the Hotel Hairpin, about 3 car lengths separating Gearin and the RA Club. Shuffle currently solidified in the 3rd place spot. Has a couple seconds of leeway here with the next car down, one team Proto. The rest of the field is just kind of trying to get some experience out here on the track. Going to the battle up the front. Closest difference here within a second still. Let me get out Jake's way. There we go. I want to remind you guys that there, of course, is another fantastic feature going on today with the Super Indies to close off the weekend. That is the fastest cars you're going to see out here. Of course, Indy cars have never ran Sebring at its full in real life. They've ran the club circuit in testing. So it should make for some very interesting racing here. Next lap, we will be halfway done. I'd also like to say that the RA Club has taken quick time at 1:44.461. I believe those times are comparable to hypercars nearly. And check here on Wikipedia's. Does look like Gearin and Mr. Monaco currently have their position solidified about a 2.5 difference. But let's see. A bit of a lag spike there from me. I almost thought that was on Mr. Monaco's end, but I just managed to keep his gap. So, nothing there. So this time by will be closing into the halfway point of the race. And the cross flags are out. We are halfway home. Cross flags being the halfway point has been achieved by the leaders. Again, Guillaume has closed down the gap to just under a second. Can he regain some momentum to come closer by the end of the race? You've seen here, does a couple of cuts. I want to mention to Guillaume that you are 5 cuts from a time penalty, so just a bit of a warning. 9 cuts here for the RA Club. So, a little bit close there. Here we are for the lead, side by side. Guillaume's going to make the move. The RA Club just behind. They just needed to string together some good corners here and they can make the move back again. Of course, something in the back of their head might be the possibility of a penalty. As Guillaume is pretty close here. He still has about 6 laps to go, so if he is setting under 1 cut a lap, he should be just fine, but yeah. KC also close, but here we are side by side. Once again, down the back straight. Making the way down to the final corner. The RA Club down the inside. Guillaume around the outside. Who's going to carry more speed out of the exit? Guillaume FS2. They are about neck on neck. Actually, Mr. Monaco looking to be slightly ahead. Guillaume FS2 down the inside. Guillaume will get out of the first turn. So here's our battle once again. About to pass a lap car as we're at it. I want to say to the lap car that if there is a caution, you'll be allowed to get your lap back. So, not all loss, or not hopeless loss. That being said, Guillaume FS2 has gotten back to the lead. The RA Club just behind them. Will we be seeing a new leader a new winner again this weekend? We did see him, I believe, do pretty well last time around, but that was a second place. You can see the cars from last year's. Oh, Monaco didn't make a 9. You can see the cars from last year's race, all the results, parked over on the infield. You can kind of get a little bit of grasp of the history here. Bit of a new track in SLC. But the last weekend we had here was fantastic. A lot of good races we've seen so far, and this might be another one here. Side by side again for the lead down the back straight. They both get a little bit slidey off of the corner exit, but it looks like Mr. Monaco just strings together things just the right way. And he will go back to the lead, but here's the final turn. This is a bit of an interesting one. Guillaume down the inside, a crossover move. Again, Guillaume going wide, trying to carry speed. The RA Club cutting down the distance. They run it side by side into turn number 1. There's currently only 4 laps in this race. And watching a little bit of rubber banding, they still look to be side by side. I saw a little bit of an edge up there by Mr. Monaco, but however, Guillaume going to get them into the Hotel Hairpin. Here comes Mr. Monaco once again around the outside. Side by side, going through each other into the Hotel Hairpin. Who's going to get the better exit? Again, another heavy make or break turn here. And it looks like the one that makes the most out of it going to be Guillaume FS2. The RA Club only about a car length behind, but they could easily rebound by the end of the lap here. Drifting KC, you have 5 seconds that will be added post-race to your results. It would not affect your current position. Mr. Monaco, you're also 4 cuts. And Guillaume is 3 cuts. So your leaders here on a nice edge as it comes to corner cutting here. BRA Club and Mr. Monaco going at it. And it does look like Mr. Monaco is going to climb back up to the front of the field. Here in FX2, we are going to brief you guys as you see them making their way over. BRA Club slightly edged ahead of the other driver there in second place, Gear FX2. We can see the results from last year. It was just absolutely dominated by Twin Arisneta. We saw Shuffle win the Formula Micro feature last year. He's currently running it in third place. Chibe won the Fonts Body race last year. That was in the summertime rather than the scheduled race. That being said, about a second separating Gear FX2 from the RA Club. However, both of them tied on corner cuts. Very close here. It's going to be really hard for either of them to negotiate pushing any further, because if they do, they go off track any. That could ruin their races. BRA Club and Gear FX2 side by side. Now down past the Hotel Hairpin, making the way through Sector 2. Gear has a slight edge into the braking point. He will be back in the lead. BRA Club just behind him. What an incredible battle we got here for the lead. This is just on a scale we haven't seen since the Rodspot race we had last year. Of course, one of those drivers in that fantastic battle does make it again today. Down to the back straightaway. Little flick there from Gear FX2. Do they get any speed loss out of it? I think just the slightest hinge, but not enough to put the RA Club anywhere than just about a car length behind him. So next time by, we'll be seeing 2 laps to go here. Gear going to take the outer line, the RA Club down low. There's another car at risk of being put a lap down here, restricting Casey. Of course, if there is any late race caution, well, it would have to be at this point, this lap. Gearm is going to get back up to the lead with the RA Club right behind him. Drifting Casey has 2 very racy leaders now making their way through them as they head up to the Hotel Hairpin. They're going to cross over and cut it through. Down to the braking point, it is going to be Gearm, the RA Club, looking to the inside. Gearm and the RA Club having an absolute ball here for the lead. Both of them desperately wanting to get their Easter Sunday victory here. It does look like Gearm FX2 is going to get the slight edge as we close into Sector 3. The RA Club still right behind him and in the fight. At how the cuts are. Oh my god, my fucking internet. It's okay, my internet's back. Alright. By the way, warning for Gearm, you have 1 more cut. The RA Club, you have 2. My internet almost died there, but I think we're good. We make our way into the final turn. We are still broadcasting. We're good. Now into the final turn. 1 lap to go. The white flag going to come out into the air. Gearm FX2 leading it. The RA Club right behind him as we have our closest action we've seen on track. We saw a fantastic battle going on in the Rotsmod race. And a decent one with the Fox bodies as well. How about the Formula Micros? Gearm FX2 seemingly starting to climb a little bit ahead, but again, if they make any slip up, that will be their race. If Mr. Monaco doesn't do it either, he has 1 cut to go, so both of them, again, on a ragged knife's edge here. Gearm FX2 is still ahead of Mr. Monaco. However, Mr. Monaco just behind him, definitely still within fighting range, could turn things up towards the final turn. And unfortunately for Mr. Monaco, makes the quarter cut. He's going to have to hope for Gearm to slip up 2. But now the RA Club has nothing to hold back. If they slip up too, it's still going to be a battle for position. Giram FX2 making the way through the S's. Now down into the back straightaway. Giram FX2. No cuts from him. The RA Club is going to cut their way through. They do go ahead. However, I do not think there's any chance for this to change the results. We make our way into the final corner. Giram FX2 has his lead. By default, your race winner is going to be Giram FX2. Unfortunately, the time penalty for the RA Club will put him into second place. How about Shuffle? Shuffle, Drifty K is going to finish in 5th place. Shuffle going to cross over 3rd place. 4th place out of the final turn. We have 1TM Proto. And he's going to slap the wall beforehand. We have one more car left to finish. That is Sky Kai, who's kind of just redlining it here. Let's see. And since last year, a homing for it, and absolute desire there by Giram FX2, they finally get a win at Sebring. It took them a little while, but it was worth it. They finally got it. So let's just let Sky Kai here finish. Giram, once you are ready, please head over to the start-finish line. If you guys want an interview, you could stick around. We'll also be playing the Australian National Anthem. And Sky Kai now crossing the line. We'll finish this off in 6th place. The RA Club is going to take home the quick time. But the one that gets to take home the Easter egg trophy, don't question what it looks like, is going to be Giram FX2. I almost said Mr. Monaco. That's how close it was today. BGS gets to take home another winner-winner chicken dinner situation here. Let's this one here. Here, let's make it go around the other way. Jesus, my internet's been too. Alright. You have your race winner here today, Giram FX2. We are now going to play the Australian Anthem. right, congratulations on that fantastic race win here, Gearum FX2. Now let's get a word out from you. A fantastic battle between yourself and Mr. Monaco. Oh, I'll teleport you back.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of words I have. There's just so much there that I almost have my tongue caught by a cat, as they might say. What happened in today's race for you? What went down?
Honestly, don't know. I wasn't expecting to get used to the cars very quickly. But I noticed in quality a few things that were pretty unique about the cars, so I tried to use them as much as I could, and it did pay off in the end because I was able to keep up with Mr. Monaco the whole way.
That was a pretty good battle you had out there with Mr. Monaco. Was there anything particularly you noticed in that battle between you and them?
Definitely reminiscent of last year's battle with Twin and the Rocks mods. Definitely happy I got a win out there. If I lost like that twice, I was going to have a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, you're still up there in the position and finally get a Sebring win. You get to take home this fantastic egg trophy.
Eggy.
Some people were dirty-minded, but it's an egg. Yeah. It's gonna be fun to egg. Glad to have a third new winner this weekend. Of course, Easter Sunday. Just overall, just an awesome job to string things together to victory lane. Not sure what else to really bring about on this interview because I'm, as you know, the worst interviewer ever. Just overall, just an awesome job. Congratulations on winning the race, representing GGS very well today. As the team owner and car owner, very, very happy. All right. Is there anything else you want to say before we move on to the RA Club?
I think I've said everything already.
All right. Well, I'm very glad to see you back, Gearum. Hopefully, we'll see you drop by whenever you feel like it. Let's get a word out from our second place finisher, but not by any stretch of, not by any failure. They did cross in first, just unfortunately that penalty was what led to being put back. However, a very strong race by you, as we could very clearly see. But I want to hear from the man himself. Again, yesterday's All-American Stock Car Championship winner. How did the race go for you today? What went on in that battle?
It was just really amazing. Like, throughout the whole battle with Gearum, I kind of felt calm. I felt at peace. I was also really surprised at Gearum. He never left more than 1.5 seconds behind me. He always kept up the pressure. He always kept up the heat. I just really love that part about this race. I don't even care that I'm second best or best of rest, but that battle was just everything I needed.
I guess, as you said before, you were going to beat Shuffle. You did achieve that today as well.
Yeah, that was my end goal, of course. I would have liked a second trophy, but, shit happens. I had the particular problems getting the car turned in, rotated in some sections, so that kind of, put me down. Also, Gearum was always assaulting me at the hotel hairpin. I could not get a break there. That kind of led me to getting that penalty. I just kind of pushing it past a bit too much inside, collecting that 18th penalty point. But shit happens. It's racing. You just gotta move on and win the next one.
Like that confidence right there. That is the racing spirit to have. Of course, the next one out is Daytona with this category of racing. We'll be out with the Super Indies in the bid. I'm pretty sure that is where you call it a night, is with these, or whatever you really feel like it, of course. But next week we of course go out to Daytona to do some real course racing. Hopefully, we'll see you out there. Is there anything else you want to say before we move on to the person that you want to be again? Still your points leader, Shuffle.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. Well, congrats on getting up here onto the podium. Good job. Let's get a word out though from your third place position driver, as well as again, I'm pretty sure still points leader. Shuffle. I think
By
it's just
22 points.
Yeah. So a little bit of a filler race today for you, but still not bad for points by any stretch of means. Next week we do more workhorse. It was horrible.
It was horrible. I have immense sound lag, so I cannot hear my shits, and basically have to look at my UI all the time. So that was very horrible, and I could not really push the car because I really had to set like a certain pace. Because if I try to exceed that, either I will lost my shifts, like lose track of my shifts, or corner. So it was very weird, very laggy. I don't think I would have had the speed otherwise to like win the race. Kiram and R8 were absolutely on point, but I would have definitely been a little bit closer if I didn't have any of this lag going on. It's a bit annoying, but you can't always have everything going your way, and I guess today was just kind of a day where everything kind of went the wrong kind of way. Still 16 points to take home, that's pretty decent, and I want to point out that an interesting fact as well. It might have been an effect of Twin leaving, but we have had 6 Formula Micro races and 6 different race winners so far this season.
Jesus.
So that's
Jesus.
cool as well. Yeah, I can list them if you want.
Sure.
I won the first race, and then Jackson took home the Daytona short oval. 824 BB won in Augusta, and then Martinsville was won by 1TM Proto. R8 Club, of course, won last race, and now we have Kiram taking home.
Who won the third race?
Third race, 824 BB, right?
Oh, best vibes, yeah.
Yeah, best 5. So it would be funny if we keep this going, like just in case you're something win a race. But we'll see. There's a good amount of road courses going on. If I get my sound issues fixed again, I hope I can fight for the win again.
Well, we saw that happen at Gil with me, so I know what it's like. It sucks. That was a super new race, so hopefully it does fit out for the next race. I think it just could have been because there's Australians, Americans, and non-Americans all in the field today, so just kind of.
Yeah, it's a bit of everyone. I might have been dropped like in a server in the middle of I don't know where my computer just can't handle it.
Probably Timbuktu.
Yeah, exactly.
We had like drivers. I think we had like African drivers, European, Australian. I don't know where Sky Kai is from, but
Britain. So
okay, so and then there's us Americans. So pretty much everyone across the fucking world in today's race, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I just hope I can get the issues fixed. But for the time being, I'm still one race winning the lead of the championship. Proto, in the meantime, is the guy in second place. So I gotta make sure I don't miss races he shows up to. For the rest, it's club keeps coming and winning, then he might be a threat for sure. But for the time being, he's like more than 60 points away. So we'll see how this season develops.
All right. Well, that's well, that's coming up in the future. Let's see where it goes from here. Overall, still leading the championship, and I don't think that might falter at all. We didn't see any of those big rivals, points-wise, show up today, I believe. So,
as I said, the only points rival is Proto with about 22 points behind.
Okay.
And behind that, it's like Jackson with half the points of Proto. So.
Oh, okay. So, we'll see where the championship goes from here. By the way, I want to say that's nowhere close to as big of a lead that Jackson has in the Rots mods. Holy fucking shit! He
I
can lit-
have a bigger lead in the IndyCar. Not that big as Jackson. Oh, that's the wrong guy.
Jackson has a 69-point lead over One Team Proto.
Nice.
Very.
Yeah, I'm leading the Indies with 36 over Scheib. But that's fucking crazy. I couldn't even achieve that today. But yeah, move on with other people.
All right. Well, that is actually the last interview of the day. We are going to set up a game for the Super Indies. Just in a moment, pretty much. It's going to be 40 laps of high-speed action. The only cars that will do a pace lap for qualifying today. Get ready to see lap records potentially at risk of being shattered. I don't know what they were last year, but yeah. That being said, thank you there, Shuffle. We are going to close off the Formula Micro stream. Bless you. Congratulations on Gear MFH2 for winning on Easter Sunday. We will be doing the Super Indies now in just a short minute. To those on the stream, if there is anyone watching the stream, we will be doing, again, the Super Indies in just 1 hour. Practice is about to start. So, thank you
I
guys for
just
watching.
want to say,
That's fine.
Daytona up next. I'm gonna come for those 60 points. I will not be standing still.
All right. It's fire. It's fire. It's fire.
I want to also point out that there's a rivalry then between two European drivers who will be competing for the championship in an American championship. Shame on you for being colonized.
Well, that's just how that's just IndyCar.
Almost exclusively.
That's just IndyCar.
So that means American drivers suck.
The American drivers, they're too
Jackson,
busy watching
come at me, bro.
NASCAR and IndyCar right now.
I'm gonna take over this call now. Goodbye, Robo.